Hey there, guys. Been a hell of a week. This isn't necessarily anything. This isn't technically a hockey related video. I mean, it kind of is, because I was putting together. I've been trying to put together my non-NHL jerseys to do a video to kind of show off the other jerseys that I have that are not NHL related. And I'm Gen X. I'm one of those from the last generation that knows what it was like before all the technology, before the cell phones, before the internet, before, all that stuff. I mean, I can remember dial-up internet. I can remember the rotary phones. Hell, I can even remember the two-piece phones where you had to hold the one and you got the other piece, so you got to hold up your ear. Yeah, I remember that stuff too. My grandma had one of those phones. It was a pretty cool phone. I kind of wish I knew what the heck happened to it, because I wouldn't mind having that. But it was bad enough hearing that Malcolm Jamal Warner, a guy I grew up watching. I grew up as a kid. I loved the Cosby Show. Cosby Show, classic, funny, just a great show. I mean, Theo Huxtable was amazing. And hearing Malcolm Jamal Warner passing away, and I'm just like, are you freaking serious? I'm like, he's not even that old. He was only like 54. So I mean, he was only a couple of years older than my brother. Like, that wasn't bad enough. And then, of course, hearing that he ended up saving his 8-year-old. I guess him and his 8-year-old daughter went out for a swim, and they got caught in a riptide. And he main thing when you get stuck in a situation like that, save the kids. That's what he did. He sacrificed his own life to save his kid, and for that, big props to that. But then, that wasn't bad enough, reeling from that. Ozzy Osbourne, just yesterday, or a couple days ago now, I guess. I mean, I grew up loving Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, I grew up an 80s metalhead. My brother got me into all that good music as a kid. I mean, I used to steal his Judas Priest tapes at 6 years old. So, he got me into Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Ozzy, Metallica, all of those bands, all the hair bands, Poison, Warrant, Rat. So I mean, I'm definitely a product of the 80s music scene. So, growing up, I mean, Black Sabbath, amazing. Hell, Black Sabbath with Ronnie James Dio, amazing. The last show that Ozzy did just a couple of weeks ago, his very last show, he knew his time. He knew his time was coming. I mean, he had all the health issues. He had Parkinson's. He was having trouble, walking, moving, all that. So, I mean, he kind of knew it was coming. We all kind of knew it was coming. Still didn't make it any easier when we got the news that he passed away. And so, needless to say, the last couple of days, as I've been, driving and out working, I've been listening to a lot of Ozzy songs. I've been listening to some Ozzy Osbourne. But, that wasn't bad enough. Then, we get up today. And me, of course, being a product of the 80s, I was a pro wrestling fan also. I was a kid. I grew up watching the AWA. Vern Gagne, Nick Bockwinkel, a young Shawn Michaels, and Marty Jannetty. They were one of my favorite tag teams as a kid growing up. And there was a guy that kind of made a stop through there, named Hulk Hogan, who then went to the at the time WWF, now WWE, and basically set the wrestling world on fire with Hulkamania. And that taking off into a run that was undoubtedly one of the greatest runs ever. And then, of course, being a wrestling fan, I liked watching all the territories. So, I watched the NWA also when it turned to WCW. I was one of them who, if I would have been in the crowd the night he joined Hall and Nash to form the NWO, I would have been throwing garbage at him too. But that also, it changed the landscape of the wrestling business. And, over the last few years, he's had, controversies and this, that, and the other, and all of that stuff. And then to kind of hear that, he had been having complications from a spinal surgery, and people were saying, he's on his deathbed, which then I'm just like, come on, And then hearing from actual people, they're like, no, he's not. He's fine. He's walking, he's talking, he's still a little hurting from having the neck surgery, but he's all right. And then this morning, police and an ambulance are called to his house for a cardiac arrest, and we found out that Hollywood Hulk Hogan passed away. It's like, what the hell is going on here? Three of the biggest icons in TV, music, and professional wrestling have all passed away in the last 4 days. What the hell is going on here? I don't get that. I don't understand. And it's crazy, and I don't know. When I first heard of Hogan passing away, I kept thinking, I'm like, no way. I kept thinking, okay, that's a fake celebrity die, or fake celebrity death type thing. I'm thinking, no, there's no way. And the more I kind of dug into it a little more, seeing more sites come out with it, and I'm like, oh my God, he did. Disbelief. But so yeah, I thought, I know this isn't hockey related. I know this isn't exactly related to the hockey content, but I kind of had to. I kind of had to put this out there. So I'll put this on the channel, and yeah, leave in the comments if any of you guys grew up, watching the Cosby Show, listening to Ozzy, watching Hulk Hogan throughout his wrestling career, listening to Real American from Rick Derringer sure is gonna hit a little differently now, for sure. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Give me your thoughts on Malcolm and Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, and now the great Hulk Hogan passing away. Rest in peace, guys, and universe, quit with this. This is enough, and please put bubble wrap around the Undertaker, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Nature Boy Ric Flair. At least from the wrestling perspective. I could also say that, you know, let's put bubble wrap around Tim Allen and you know, Tim Allen, Richard Karn, and, you know, guys like that, and, you know, let's put bubble wrap around like Dolly Parton, Steven Tyler, you know, oh God, you know, James Hetfield, you know, from all the genres here. You know, let's put some bubble wrap around them and keep them all happy, safe, and healthy. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your guys. You know, give me your guys' opinions in the comment section. Hit that like button. Only takes a second. Definitely helps out the channel. Also, please subscribe to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. It would be absolutely awesome. Hit that little notification bell that will notify you anytime future videos are uploaded. And also share this video with everyone that you know. And yeah, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, and Hulk Hogan. 3 fantastic talents. All 3 of them, to me, gone way before they probably should have. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and rest in peace, guys. See you later.